Hey, party people in the place to be. I'm really quickly going to go over Google Keep and just kind of the basic features of how to use Google Keep to keep yourself organized, kind of a landing place for some of your ideas, some articles, images, videos, things off of the internet, kind of have a central hub for all that stuff. So to get right into it, obviously if you look up at the top, you can see there's a search feature that is deeply embedded into everything that is Google, so you can search for your notes, whatever you've created, which is pretty cool. If you come just below that, you see this is where you take your notes. So if I click here, I can put a title to my note, whatever I'd like to call it. Then this is obviously the body, so you could type your notes in there. And then there's also features within each note as well. So you can set a reminder. So you can set a reminder for the time of day or the day of the week. You could also pick a location, so you could do geofencing and set up a specific location that you want it to remind you. So when you get home or when you get to work, you could share or collaborate your notes with people. So if you look down here, my Robinson Esbitt to-do list, if you look down, I'm sharing this list or this note with Karin Miller. So we're collaborating on that together. You can also change the colors. So I could change this note to be yellow or to be blue or to be a greenish color. So this kind of just helps you separate and distinguish notes from one another. You can add images. So if you notice on some of my notes, I have like a header or something along the top. That is an image. So I created these images in a program called Canva, but you could use other things. You could use Google Draw or Adobe Spark or whatever. And you could create a image, and then you just use this add image feature, adds it to the top, and then now I can use my notes below or fill in my notes below. And this is, again, just a great way to kind of separate and distinguish your notes from one another. You have the archive function. So when you create a note, it's going to live here on this landing page that you see right now, but it's also going to live on the labels. And labels are things kind of like a folder system, basically is what the labels are. So it'll also live there as well. So again, you create a note, it's going to live on the landing page, it's going to live in this label or folder system. When you press archive, it's going to remove it from this landing page, and it's only going to now live in the labels. All right, which can be good, can be bad, depending upon what you're trying to do. All right, then if you click on the three dots, obviously there's more. You can create a new label, you can add a drawing, you can show checkboxes. So for a lot of my lists and notes, I use checkboxes. It just makes it easy for me. And then once we get into a note that's already been created, there's even more features. So let's say I'll click on this Robinson to-do list. I scroll down here to more. Now I have even more options. I can delete this note. I can copy it to a Google Doc. So let's say I started a note, but I really want it to become a Google Doc. Then I can copy it over, it automatically becomes a Google Doc. This one is super cool. I can take an image and it will pull out any text that's in that image and make that text editable. So I could take a picture of a worksheet, or I could take a picture of a poster, and that text will then pop out, and I can grab that text and use it in whatever way that I would like to. Could get rid of checkboxes, delete items that are checked, uncheck items, things along that line. So that really quickly is Google Keep. Great way to keep yourself organized, something that I've used for 3 or 4 years now, and I live by it, I swear by it. I have it on my computer, I have it on my phone, I have it on my iPad. It's just a great way to keep myself focused, jot down any ideas, capture things that I think are interesting. If you need any help or want to get started with Google Keep, come on down to the Esbitt office or the BLC, and we will be happy to help set you up.